The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to this afternoon's Platinum webinar with your host, Todd Walters.
Hey, thanks, Andrea. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing fantastic. Okay, up in the upper right-hand corner of the control panel, you can raise your hand if you want to role play. Okay, so I'm going to line them up right now. No excuses. I talked to several Platinum members over the last few days, and they told me, they said, well, my ISA said that they tried to do some role playing, but they were never called on. And I was like, that's highly suspect. I'm not going to call your ISA a liar because I don't know. But if somebody wants to role play, like I'm all in for that. Like it's usually like pulling teeth to get people to raise their hand and say, yeah, open up my microphone. I want to role play through, whatever kind of lead. So anyway, I'm just making the announcement right out of the chute here on this webinar. So if you want to role play, you can type it in and say, I want to role play. Raise your hand. Andrea is monitoring that right now. So Andrea, just for kicks, we've been on the webinar now for 1 minute. People are still getting on, some latecomers. But over the last minute, and since I've said if you want to role play, raise your hand, how many people have done that?
We're almost up to 10 now.
Okay, good. All right, so we're off to a good start. All right, so that's what we're going to do today, but I'm going to throw some curveballs at you, so you better get ready. We'll have some fun. Now, I want to apologize. I sound a little bit rough today. I'm recovering from a cold that I picked up from someone. One of the 250 people that were at the Platinum OSA workshop last week gave me their cold. So I don't know who you are, which one of you did it, but I just want you to know that I appreciate that. I was wondering if I was going to get a cold in the new year, and you know what? Now I know that I've got it. So whoever brought it with them from wherever you came from and pass it on to me, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate that. So I'll get it out of my system, be done with it, and I won't have another one for another year. So anyway, I'm a little bit rough sounding. Check it out on your screen, okay? On your screen, those of you who are writing the checks. In other words, your credit card gets hit every month. You're the one that writes the check to Craig Proctor Real Estate Coaching for the Platinum Millionaire Agent Maker Program, okay? For this franchise system that you're buying. Hey, that's a pretty good point to make. You're actually not paying for coaching. You're actually buying a franchise, a millionaire agent business franchise. That's what you're paying for. The coaching is really free. Okay, so let's make sure we're really clear on that. But for those of you who are responsible for payment, okay, I want you to look at your screen right now. Look at the screen, okay? If you are in our broker-owner program, then March 7th and 8th is for you. If you want to be in the broker-owner program, then March 7th and 8th is for you. If you're not sure what the broker-owner program is, but like the way that it sounds, then March 7th and 8th is for you. You can come. We've carved out a few extra seats for members. Okay? So there's where you reserve your seat, and you can download the agenda. You're welcome to do that. Everybody see that? Right there on your screen? Okay, this is our broker-owner conference, and for those of you who aren't familiar, we actually, not too awful long ago, rolled out coaching and training for our members who want their own real estate brokerage. Okay, there are plenty of you. Some of you guys are running really great sales teams, and you also have a real estate brokerage going on. How do you do both? Well, that's what we work on at these broker-owner conferences, as well as growing your real estate company, all right? So everybody can see that, so you can register and get up for that. All right. But the two things I want to talk about is March 12th and 13th. Okay, listen up. Really listen real close. Pay attention. Some of you guys are looking at email and on the phone. I can see you. But on March 12th and 13th at the Platinum Regional Bootcamp, if you're a Platinum member and you're bringing your assistant, don't. Okay? Don't bring your assistant. You don't need a, this is not for outside sales agents. This is not for inside sales agents. Let me repeat. March 12th and 13th in Fort Lauderdale is not for OSAs or ISAs or assistants. This is for key people only. So you and or your partner, but no assistants. So if you plan to bring your assistant, don't. Primarily, they won't have anywhere to sit. Okay, these places, we're running out the doors on this thing. So don't bring assistants. I'm going to be shooting out emails and calls and all that kinds of stuff over the next few days. You just don't want to bring your assistant to this. Okay, so if you plan on doing that, don't. All right, good. Now, everybody's well aware of April 14th and 16th, which is the massive annual Platinum Money Making Summit in Anaheim, and it is going to be incredible. Did you check out the agenda with the Happy Days theme and the sock hop and all the great stuff we got going? It's going to be so much fun. Oh my God, it's going to be so much fun. So in the sessions that we put together and the guest speakers and the materials, it's going to be the biggest and best conference that we've ever put on for our Platinum Program members and a few coaching guys that are going to come along as well. You guys are going to love it. Love it, love it. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. All right. And one other note, and then we're going to get into some role playing, is June 27th and 29th. I've got a Platinum Regional Boot Camp in Florida again. Okay. And the reason is because the one March 12th through 13th is we had about 100 people that wanted to come and couldn't come. So I said, okay, well, let's do another one. So we're going to do one the 27th through 29th in Orlando, Florida. You'll notice it's 3 days, not 2. That's because the third day is bonus training on the CP Millionaire Agent system. Okay? So you'll hear about all these as we move through, but that's typically how you hear about them is from your coach, eyeballing the coaching website like you're doing here on these webinars that Craig and I do, primarily me. We push these things and let you know what's going on. So if you're not on the webinars frequently or or paying attention to the packages, those kind of things, you can get out of the loop pretty quick on this stuff, right? All right. So now that I've gotten some of the business out of the way, let's get rid of my drawings. See that? That's pretty cool. And then pull up a script I want to take a look at. You guys have seen this script before. Everybody look at your screen. Check it out. So last week, there was a bonus training day at the Platinum OSA workshop. Day 3 was some training, introductory training on the Millionaire Agent platform powered by Commissions Inc. Okay, you can see I've even got that highlighted here. We did a bonus day on it. There are going to be a few more of those coming up. And if you want to come live, you can come in to their place there, and they'll train you on the system. But it's up and running. It's going to be your operating platform here, if it's not already, in the very near future. Okay, and it will be, because we want it to be, the creme de la creme operating system. But apart from operations, we want to talk about the leads that you're getting from your online marketing. Many of you Commissions Inc. Okay? So what I'm looking for today on today's role play are offers where you really sweeten the pot. So think about that. Really sweeten the pot. Remember that. Sweeten the pot. How do you sweeten the pot? Well, you sweeten the pot by offering people something better than they're already getting right now. Okay? So for example, would you like for me to send you daily updates of homes that match your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies? Okay, well, that's an okay offer. Okay, but what's better than that is our list also includes, or what's better than that is, would you like for me to send you pictures and descriptions of homes versus updates of homes, pictures and descriptions with full details of every home, including school reports. Do you understand? In other words, we can sweeten the offers here, and you may need to do that in these competitive marketplaces where buyers have got access to all kinds of crazy things online. And that's the idea, is that if you can sweeten your offer when necessary, you can get all the buyers to say, yeah, that sounds great. Okay? So that's what we're going to work on today. So let's play around with this a little bit in terms of sweetening the offers a little bit. And let's look at our script here, okay? You have to forgive me. I'm going to take some pauses and sip on something here while I'm talking to you guys today. But let's look at this, okay? Would you like me to email you daily updates of home matching your home buying criteria from all real estate companies, okay? Would you like me to email you pictures and descriptions of homes from our exclusive home hunter system? All right, you guys see that? Okay, so I sweeten the pot a little bit, okay? And that sounds like something they're not getting right now that they might be missing out on. And you guys are now saying, well, say that again, say that again. Okay, would you like for me to email you pictures and descriptions of homes, okay, matching your home buying criteria, okay, from all the real estate companies out there, straight out of our exclusive home hunter system? Now, the list also includes bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, and other distress sales, basically homes that are difficult for you to find on the internet or on your own. Okay, how about that? That may not be readily available from other real estate companies or on the internet is another way to say it. So all those words mean things. So what you got to do here is you want to find the right words that fit into this offer that you're looking at on your screen to sweeten the pot. So Craig Proctor mentioned this to me a long time ago. As a matter of fact, check this out. This was the original offer right there. I got it highlighted. Andrea, can everybody see that? I got it highlighted in gray. Can you see that?
Yes, we can see it.
I don't have it blown up real big, but that was the original offer back in the mid-90s, Andrea. So this was the offer. Would you like to receive pictures, descriptions of homes matching your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies? We can send those to you as often as they become available. That was our original offer. And then later we kind of sweetened the pot a little bit with, our list even includes bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, and other distress sales. Okay, so that was the sweeten the pot offer that we made. Well, in today's marketplace, I know many of you have this paradigm that buyers believe that they're getting everything that's available. I don't buy into that at all. That's the reason they're looking online, is they're not sure they're getting everything. They're scared they're going to miss out on something. So we're just going to play off of those fears and create some doubt by using specific words. For example, our exclusive home hunter system. From our exclusive home hunter system means, okay, well, I may not be getting that, even though our home hunter system obviously pulls properties from MLS and the like, okay? So anyway, I know you like those words. I mean, hopefully you've been writing them down, and you're doing a good job there, okay, of listening and writing, okay, because that's what you need many times. Look, the reason that many of you fail to get appointments with buyers is because you don't make the offers well enough. The offer is just not good enough. Once you determine a prospect is considering a move or planning a move in the next 3 to 6 months. As a matter of fact, why don't we do this? We'll go back to the coaching site, and I just want to throw the follow-up script up here just momentarily, okay? And when we look at the follow-up script, all right. Oh, incidentally, in case you're wondering what's happening here, the second Tuesday of every month, okay, barring some disaster or holiday or something weird going on, the second Tuesday of every month, I do this webinar that we're doing right now, and it's called the it's for Platinum members and the people on their teams that are responsible for lead conversion. Okay, so anybody on the team, anybody in our program here, the Platinum Millionaire Agent Maker program, that's responsible for lead conversion, we do this webinar the second Tuesday of every month, and it's on advanced methods and systems and strategies for lead conversion. Every Thursday, we do a role play clinic. I would expect that just about all of you are on the role play clinics pretty regularly. Okay, and once you kind of get the basics down, right, and James does a great job of helping everyone with that. Now what? Well, when you run out of things to say, you have to sweeten the pot, man. You have to sweeten the pot. Okay, and that's what today's webinar is about. Okay, so if we look at the follow-up script here, okay, many of you are trying to memorize this script. Most of you already have it memorized. Many of you are trying to memorize it from the first words. Okay, but I think I repeat this fairly often on these webinars, is that, look, the way you want to memorize or internalize this follow-up script that we've written for you is not from the first words, okay, but from the offers. So I'm going to draw your attention to it, and again, you have to bear with me if you've seen this before. I do this on practically every webinar that we do the second Tuesday of every month. It's that important. You must memorize the offers. You can screw up a lot of things, but you just can't get the offers wrong, okay? So we've got our offer here, the buy first offer. We've got our sell first offer over here. We have our newsletter offer here, and we have our longer term prospect offers here, okay? Everybody see that? There's 4 offers. That's it, man. There's only 4. Okay, so when you're talking to prospects on the telephone, it's a simple process. You're trying to sort them into those that are planning on making a move in under 6 months and those that are planning on making a move in longer than 6 months. That's it. For everyone that says they're planning on making a move within 6 months, and you can see the question right here. Pay attention, look. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Okay, if the answer is yes, then you've got offers. Okay, under 6 months, you're going to go right at them with the buy first or the sell first offer, depending on the kind of lead it is, right? So buy first or sell first offer. Just make it. Don't be messing around much here, okay? And for those that are longer than 6 months, you're obviously going to get them with the newsletter and follow-up. Okay, that's how it works. So think about that. How often, when a prospect says yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, how many of those people should turn into an appointment? All right, so write that down. Every lead you talk to, you're going to categorize them, okay, into those under 6 months and longer than 6 months. So every team leader, listen, you want to know the leads that you're getting. Are they report number 1 or report number 2? And if you don't know what I mean, report number 1 is under 6 months, report number 2 longer than 6 months. So categorize your leads. This will help you know which lead generation systems you're getting, that you're getting leads from, rather. Which ones produce more, a greater quantity of less than 6 months and over 6 months, right? I think you would like to know that. So you can only do that by getting answers to these questions. Are you planning on making a move within the next 3 to 6 months? Right? So categorize your leads. Now, all the ones that say yes to planning on making a move within the next 3 to 6 months, okay, how many of those should turn into appointments? All right, let's stop there. Here's what's going to make that your numbers. Here's what's going to dictate it. If they're referrals, if they're sign calls, if they're coming from Commissions Inc., for example, you'll find out that the lead, where the lead came from, will really indicate what that number should be. But you need a number. Okay, you need to have some measurement, some metric that measures how many of the leads you get within 3 to 6 months should turn into appointments. So what Craig and I used was our own standard. Okay, if I talked to 10 leads that said yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, I would get appointments with at least half of them. Okay, now that's what we call a pathetic standard, but we use 50% as a pathetic standard. So, because we have so many leads. Now, your number may be higher, but I don't think it's going to be any lower than that. So establish the number for yourself and your team. Get this written down so that you can measure how well you're doing. Okay, now, before we go to role playing, let me show you guys one thing here. Excuse me. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to throw up on the screen. And I think everybody has this, but maybe they haven't. So I'm going to throw it up here anyway. Coaches, flow chart. Here we go. I think most of you have this. If you don't have this, you need it, okay? Because this is the measurement. This is what we call the pathetic standard, Craig and I. So we developed this pathetic standard of the leads. So if you look down here, are you reaching leads? Are you booking appointments with the leads? Are greater than 75% of your appointments showing? So we've created some pathetic standards here that you may very well change the number on, depending on how well you're doing with the leads. So for example, if all of your leads are referrals or sign calls, I would think that you're reaching well over 50%. But if all of your leads are coming from Commissions Inc., I would think that you're probably only reaching 25% of the leads. How can you raise the number to 50? Well, how about a dialer? See, a dialer's not on here. So this is where the coaching matters. Okay? Yeah, right. If you've got a system that's got a bunch of leads in it, if you're using a dialer, you're going to reach more of the leads. The more of the leads are going to answer the telephone because you're always calling somebody, multiple people at the same time. So anyway, make sure you pull this universal business autopsy down. And I know some of you guys are saying, where's this at on the coaching site? And it's on the coaching site in the file library. You can actually type that in, business autopsy, in the file library, and it will pop up there. Okay? So everybody got that? So we've talked a lot here about standards, sweetening the pot, okay, and the like. But we probably should get into some role playing now. So if everybody's ready for that, I'm going to turn it over to Andrea. And Andrea, I just want you to look at the list of folks that we have. You can open up their microphone in some random order or whatever, and we'll go to role playing here and have some fun at this and see how well everybody's doing with following up these leads. So take it away, Miss Andrea.
Okay, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click the hand icon. Please remember you must have a working mic or be on the telephone to role play with us. We have Mario Scanza. Your mic is now open.
Hello, good afternoon.
Mario, is this Mario?
Yes, it is. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're a little bit faint. Maybe just talk a little bit louder.
How about now? Is that better?
Oh, I can hear you loud and clear now. Hey, I apologize again about yesterday. Anyway, still there? Oh,
can you hear me okay?
There you go. I can hear you now. So let's go ahead. So, what kind of leads are we calling back today?
Is that better?
Yeah, man, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm thinking
Uh-oh.
whatever Mario, can you hear us?
I
think
can
what
hear
it-
you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
It's like a circus, man. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Sorry, man.
All right. So anyway, Mario, thanks for calling in today. So, what kind of lead do you specifically want to drill down on and work on?
Let's say you're a Commissions Inc. lead, and you have requested to do property searches on our site.
Okay. All right, I'm in, man. I'll be the lead. My name is Todd, by the way. It's always funny when we're role playing and somebody, and my name is Todd, and they'll use some. Hey, is Mr. Smith there? It's okay to call me Todd. So anyway, yeah, let's do that. I'm a Commissions Inc. lead. I love it, and you're calling me. You ready?
Right on. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak with Todd, please?
This is he.
Todd, thank you. This is Mario Daniel Sconza calling from Remax Real Estate, and the reason I'm calling today is because I received your request to search homes for sale online using our property search site, search gtaareahomes.com. And as a courtesy, I wanted to let you know that we've now granted you full access to search away. Is that okay?
Sure. I didn't know a real estate agent was going to be calling me.
Yes, indeed. Are you folks, Todd, planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
We're not really sure. We've been talking about it, though.
Okay, and do you currently rent or do you own your own home?
We're renting.
All right, and would you folks be staying local here or moving out of the area?
We'd stay local.
Okay, and if you were to move in a perfect world, when do you think that might be?
Probably sometime later this year.
Later this year? Okay, and are you thinking sometime in the spring or summer or more towards fall or winter?
Probably at the end of the summer.
End of the summer. Okay, Todd, and do you have a real estate broker to help you when the time is right?
No, sir.
Todd, would you like me to email you daily updates of homes that would match your home buying criteria from all the different real estate companies, which would include pictures and full descriptions? Our list, by the way, would include bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, builder closeouts, distress sales, for sale by owners, expired listings, and many different other difficult to find online opportunities. By the way, this is a free service we provided, and of course, you're never obligated to buy a home. Todd, would that interest you?
Well, I'm already getting a bunch of properties sent over to me from, some agents and things like that.
I understand. I don't know what everyone else has said to you. However, our list would include distress sales, for sale by owners, bank foreclosures, builder closeouts, and difficult to find online opportunities. In fact, many of them are not even on the market for sale at this point in time. So we would be granting you priority notification before any other buyer knows about these listings that are for sale, Todd. Would that interest you?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. You can do that. I can tell you what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, I'd like to have as good an understanding of what you're looking for as you do. When can we get together for about 20 minutes so I can take down exactly what you're looking for, Todd? Would you have some time in your schedule perhaps for this evening, or would tomorrow be better?
Well, can I just tell you what I'm looking for over the phone?
Todd, I want to really gain a good understanding of your plans, because what I found is if we can invest 20 minutes up front, rather than me emailing you dozens and dozens of homes which may or may not match your criteria, or more importantly, risk missing out on the perfect one, if we can get together for about 20 minutes, I have a form I fill out, and I can take down exactly what you're looking for and gain a good understanding. Would you have some time in your schedule perhaps for this evening, or would tomorrow be better?
Well, that all sounds pretty good, Mario. Let me just check with my wife and then give you a call. Is that okay?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I don't. What we can do, Todd, is go ahead and book a tentative appointment, and if we have to reschedule, that's no problem after you've checked.
Okay, that's pretty good, Mario. Nice job. I think you handled all the objections about as well as you could. So let's reverse it here. How well are you doing with the leads that you're reaching on the Commissions Inc. platform? Mario? Andrea?
I think we lost Mario.
Ah, it was just fixing to get good. Anyway, he did a pretty good job. We should probably give him a hand. Everyone give Mario Scanza a big hand. There you go. He did a pretty good job on that. Yeah, I wanted to find out how he was doing because he wanted to role play for a reason, but I thought he did a pretty good job of making the offer really good, listing properties that I can't readily find on my own. I like that, and I I challenged him on a few things. I don't know. I thought he did a great job there, so I don't have much to add. I will say this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask everybody this question. Can you just take down the buyer's home buying criteria over the telephone? And the answer is yes, you can. But how is it better for the buyer to do it face-to-face? How is it better for the buyer? We know how it's better for us, because we know what we're trying to do. Well, so I can get you to sign my little form here, or I can, to get you to do business with me, or, or whatever your reason might be. But what about them? Why is it better for them? How's it better for them? And the real answer is they're just going to be less likely to miss out on the perfect house, because they would be the ones picking out the homes. They would be in charge. Doing it over the telephone means the agent, you, is in charge. You get some general criteria, you type it into a computer, they get bombarded with homes that mostly don't match what they're looking for and probably missing out on the perfect house. Getting together face-to-face, they're going to be less likely to miss out on the perfect home. Less likely. Right? And of course, they would much rather be less likely to miss out on a perfect home versus more likely. So you could do a better job for them doing it that way. So anyway, that's the big reason there. Mario did a good job. Let's go to the next one, Andrea.
Our next guest will be John Brackett. Your mic is now open. John?
John. Uh-oh. I think we lost John.
I thought I heard him moving around. John, just say hello. I think you have a working mic.
I saw the curtains move.
Okay.
That's a joke, Andrea, that agents have. Most everybody knows exactly what I mean when I see the curtains moving. It's when we go to the house and they won't come to the door.
Oh.
I know you're in there. We have an appointment with somebody, we get to the house, and it was like, oh, they forgot to call and cancel, right?
Oh.
So we show up at the house, and, we're knocking on the door, and it's like, damn, I drove over here. I'm here at the right time, and you can hear somebody moving around in the house, and it's like, it's me, you dummy, the real estate guy. You wanted to come over this time. So, and you see the curtains move. I know you're in there.
This industry is just full of rejection.
I know. Brutal.
We'll try.
All right.
We'll try Austin Goodell. Your mic is now open. You're muted on your end. Hit the red mic button. Austin, just go ahead and unmute yourself. Okay, we'll move on. Stephen Luth. I might mispronounce your last name. Stephen Luthchi.
Dude, there is a lot of people on this webinar.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Steven!
Oh.
How you doing, Steve?
Hi, good. How are you, Todd?
Better than good, except for I got a little cold.
Sounds like it.
Hey, were you in, did you come to Atlanta for the OSA workshop?
I did not. I was not
Okay.
able to make it.
All right, well, I couldn't remember if you were here or not, but sorry you missed it. It was good. So anyway, how's business going?
Not so good.
Yeah?
So good.
So you got plenty of leads?
Well, I was doing really good on conversion a couple months ago, and I had 4 canceled appointments last week.
All right, let's talk about that. Because let's address that real fast, because this will help everyone. I'm going to guess, and it's a good guess, an educated guess, that there are lots of other people on today's webinar that also had canceled appointments. Like we hate it. We book an appointment with like a buyer, and they cancel, or they don't show up. So these 4 cancellations that you had, were they sellers or buyers?
One was a seller and 3 were buyers.
All right, so let's talk about the buyers first. All right, let's troubleshoot this. All right, so when you're on the phone with the buyer, okay, and you book the appointment, right before you hang up the phone, Okay, right before you hang up the phone, you want to reiterate the USP. So we're going to walk through a little checklist. Everybody can write this down, and then we'll get to the meat of your situation. But you want to reiterate the USP. So it would be like this. Okay, Stephen, thanks for all that information. Looking forward to seeing you Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Now, when we get together Saturday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to take down all of your exact home buying criteria using a special form. It's like over 100 individual features you can search by. So doing it this way is going to allow you the opportunity to get just the homes that you want from all the real estate companies out there, including, like I said, bank foreclosures and distress sales and company-owned homes and for-sale by owners. You're just going to be a lot less likely to miss out on the perfect home. So looking forward to seeing you Saturday at 10 o'clock. Oh, and when I hang up the phone with you, Stephen, I'm going to send you an email. And in the email, it's going to have all my contact information. So if something should go sideways, just let me know. I'm also going to include a link to a home buyer kit. And this home buyer kit will show you how you can actually buy your next home at the best price with the least hassle. So you may want to check that out as well. Is that okay? And you say okay, and we hang up the phone. Now, the one thing I didn't do in the scripting right there was talk about where the appointment was going to take place. That would be number 2 on the list. Okay, so number 1 is before you hang up the phone, reiterate the benefit, the USP, and what they said yes to, which was the home hunter service, right? That's number 1. Number 2 on preventing buyer appointment cancellations is where the appointment's actually booked at. So on those 3 appointments that canceled, Stephen, where were they set at? Were they set at the buyer's house or your office?
Office.
Okay, so you may want to try spinning it around and going to their place if they're local. So if they're in your area, go to their apartment or go to their house. All right, so let me address this. We were running into a lot of cancellations there early on in our career in Metro Atlanta. Doing that, getting them to come to my office. We're in a big city here, Metro Atlanta. Traffic is just horrendous a lot of times. And so we just spun around, started going to their apartment or their house, and we reversed the cancellation rate. When I say reversed it, if we were running a 60% cancellation rate, it was now a 60% show-up rate. So anyway, you may want to give that a go. But that would be number 2 on the list. Okay. Number 3 on the list is to avoid buyer appointments more than 72 hours out. So if you're booking a buyer appointment, you want to try to do what Mario did and squeeze it in within the next 48 hours. All right, that would be number 3 on the list to prevent or diminish buyer appointment cancellations. Okay. Now, number 4 on the list, on this checklist, is if you do book the appointment more than 72 hours out, you need to go ahead and assume it's not going to happen. So you have to start the whole process over, which means calling them, running back through the script, and that sort of thing. That's what we discovered. And when we did it that way, Stephen, we diminished. We didn't do away with totally, but we diminished greatly the buyer appointment cancellations and no-shows. So anyway, thought I would throw that out there. So since some of those things on that checklist you're not doing, give it a go and then report back to me and let me know if it changes the outcome at all.
Yeah, I especially that last one, assume it won't happen and start over, because in my market, people are always just like, no, I'm too busy. There's no way I can get together in the next couple of days. And I get that. I'd say.
All right, let's deal with that objection. All right, so hold on. Let's deal with the objection, because obviously they say yes to your offer, but when you close for the appointment, they say no.
They'll say no in that time frame. I mean, they jump at the offer before I can even get the offer out. I mean, that happens to me probably 75% of the time. I get
how about this?
halfway through the first sentence, and then they're jumping at it. Yeah, I want that. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's flip it around. So if you said yes to the offer, and then when we go for the appointment, they say, well, I'm really busy. I can say, well, Stephen, yeah, I would expect you're really busy. That's what makes this so awesome. It's like, think about it. Right now, you're on the phone with me, someone you don't even know, okay, that has access to houses that are available through all real estate companies and homes that aren't, okay? And you're combing the internet now, looking for houses, spending time doing that. Like, it's just way more efficient if they just come to you. And this is a free service that we offer people. The downside is that it takes about 20 or 30 minutes to sit down and go through your exact home buying criteria because there are so many houses. And they come up and they go. You know, the good deals come up and go really fast. Well, this is so you don't miss out on the perfect house. And we've just found that taking that initial time right up front with buyers, and again, it's free service, you're not obligated to buy anything, but now you're in a position going forward every day to not waste time calling on homes that aren't even for sale anymore, going and looking at homes that are not what you thought they were when you get out there. It's a huge time saver. That's what all the buyers tell us. So does that make sense? So you've got to deal with these objections when they come up, Stephen, quite assertively when it comes to the time. You already know it saves them a bunch of time if they do it your way, but you got the words that come out of your mouth have to be benefit rich and address this whole concept of time looking for homes. So anyway, so those are some good words that we found that works. Not 100% of the time, but a good bit, you know, when somebody throws that objection out there. So what are you saying right now to people when they throw that objection out there to you? Obviously, you're missing on it. What are you saying?
I say that this is a service that's meant perfect. It's perfect for busy people like you because it's a great time saver. And if we can get together for about 20 minutes, we can save a lot of time and make sure.
All right, let me stop you. How is it a great time saver?
It's a great time saver because we spend time up front, and then only those homes that are
right. So
perfect
that's
for
what
you.
I'm getting at. So you want to analyze your words. Okay, it's a time saver. How's it a time saver? See, the people that are raising objections, just go ahead and assume that they don't understand. Right? Like if I say I'm really busy, it's obvious that I don't understand how it saves me time. So when you fire back at them that, hey, this is perfect for busy people, here's why, then just drill down deeper into the benefits, how it actually saves them time, for example. So right now, you can even write that out. You know, we role play through that just a little bit there. You can write out how it saves them time. If this is a big objection that you're getting, then if you're not able to get good at this objection, then nothing's going to change. You're going to keep running into the same problems, and leads are going to keep slipping through the cracks, and you find them out there on the internet somewhere they bought a house from somebody else. Mm-hmm. So that's why we want to get good at that problem right now. So let's think about that. This is good for everyone. How is this a time saver? So for those people that say, I'm really busy, can't you just send me the listings over the phone, whatever? How does this save me time? All right? So let's make a list. All right, you said a few things. What was it?
I said that it's perfect for busy people like you, so you won't miss out on the perfect home when it becomes available. And that way also you get homes in your inbox every single day that perfectly match your criteria, so you don't have to go looking all over the place.
Right. Okay, so why is it good for busy people?
Because you're going to get the homes that exactly match what you're looking for without doing a lot of extra work. They're going to be right in your inbox every single morning, so you can see exactly what is available that matches your criteria.
Okay. So for everybody listening, I would write that down. How and why. All right, because I think when I role play, not necessarily with you, Stephen, but with a lot of folks here on the webinar, the dealing with the objections, I don't know if we're digging deep enough to overcome them. But anyway, let's walk backwards. And the leads, and so we dealt with some cancellation of appointments. We dealt with some objection handling on some points of busy people. But let's role play through a lead. So you tell me, what kind of lead do I need to be today, Stephen?
Well, let's make it a Commissions Inc. lead, since that's what we just talked about.
Commissions Inc. All right. I'm a Commissions Inc. lead. So, all right. So I'll be a Commissions Inc. lead. My name is Todd. You ready?
Yep, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, is Todd there?
This is he.
Hello, Todd. This is Steve Litchie from Realty One Group, and the reason that I'm calling is that you had requested to search for homes on my home search site, searchsouthareahomes.com, and I just as a courtesy wanted to let you know that I've given you full access to search away on there. Is that okay?
Yeah, what was your name again?
It's Steve Litchie. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, we're thinking about it, but we're not 100% sure what we're going to do.
Okay. Do you currently rent, or do you own your own home?
We own.
Okay. And are you planning on staying in this area or moving a little further away?
Well, I want to stay here in this area, but my wife wants to move away.
Okay. And do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
No. I mean, we know some real estate agents we've been talking to, looked at a few houses and that kind of thing. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Okay. And would you prefer to buy a new home before selling your home, or do you want to sell your home first?
Well, we would need to sell this one before we bought anything.
Okay. And would you like me to give you a free market evaluation to determine what your home would sell for? And I can also go over all the closing costs that you'd incur, as well as give you tips on what to do and what not to do to sell it for the most amount of money. So you know exactly what you'd have in your pocket, and it's free of charge and obligates you to nothing. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, that sounds really good. I would like to know what I can sell my home for. The problem is that we're not really sure, what kind of home to buy, where we're going to go. So,
Okay.
that'll really determine, what we need to get out of this thing.
Sure. Would you like me to email you daily updates of homes that match your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies? And our list includes any bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, and other distressed sales, as well as private listings and homes that you can't find on the internet. It's a free service, and of course, you're never obligated to buy a home. Would that interest you?
Yeah, that'd be good. You can send me what you guys got. That'd be nice. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Todd, I'd really like to do a great job for you. When would you have about 20 minutes so we can take down exactly what it is you're looking for?
I have no idea, man. My schedule's really busy. So is my wife. I think she's at CrossFit right now.
Okay. Todd, I know you're very busy, and that's what makes this service so awesome. I know you're spending time looking for homes right now, and what we can do is we can help reduce that amount of time that you have to spend. If we spend about 20 minutes up front, take down exactly what it is you're looking for, we can set you up so you're going to get homes every single day right in your inbox in the morning, so you don't have to go searching for them, and they're going to match what your criteria is. That way, a little bit of time spent up front just saves you a lot of time down the road. Sure you want to reconsider your appointment? Do you have some time?
Well, why don't we just do this? Why don't I just tell you, what I'm looking for right now, and then you can just send me what you got.
Todd, I know you've got a really good understanding of what you're looking for, and I'd like to get the same great understanding, and rather than make a mistake and email you hundreds of homes that may or may not match your criteria, or really risk missing out on that perfect home, especially in this market where homes sell in 3 or 4 days. If we can get together for 20 minutes, we can make sure you don't miss out on those homes, and I can take down exactly what it is you're looking for and make sure that you get the best possible result and you don't miss out on those.
Okay. All right, I get it. Why don't I do this? Let me see if I can reach my wife then, find out what a good time is, and I guess I'll get back to you.
Well, Todd, since we're both on the phone right now, why don't we do this? Why don't we set up a tentative appointment, and then if the time works for her, we can keep it, and if something changes, then you can always let me know, and we can
all right, so let me stop you. All right, so this is a good example for everyone, right? See, Stephen, your problem is you had appointments canceled, I don't think, like you're getting appointments. But for most everybody on the webinar right now that's listening to you play it out, like you're not giving up. Like you're listening and you're answering and you're raising good questions for me to consider. So I think this is where it goes sideways for a lot of our members and ISAs and team leaders that are on the webinar right now, is they just don't know what to say. Like they give up or they get confused. So you're pretty good at the script. You understand it really well. So would it be safe to say that your number one problem is reaching the leads and your number two problem is getting them to show up? Would that be fair?
I would say that's absolutely fair.
Right. Okay, so you don't have a big problem when you get them on the phone.
No, I don't.
All right, so yeah, it's getting them to show up.
Honestly, I'm usually pushing them. If I get them and they're 4 months out, I don't even bring them in at that point, but maybe I should.
Well, here's the rules. Okay, here's the rule. 3 to 6 months. Planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes. You go meet with all them people. All right, just go meet with them. And I would recommend you start going to the buyer's house or apartment. Okay, just humor me, and for the next 90 days, do that. See what it does to your appointments. Like you'll go to the seller's house, so go to the buyer's and see if that doesn't change the outcome on your no-show and cancellation rate. Because we got to deal with that. Like you can't be booking 3 appointments with buyers and not having them show up. You just can't do that.
Right.
So we don't know where the problem is, so reverse it around, go to their place, and see if it changes the outcome. I think it will.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And so let's address that one. I mean, think about it. If you had went to all 3 of those buyers' apartments and they didn't cancel, you got 3 new buyers. You're probably signing up just about everybody you meet with.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess one thing that I've always struggled with is there's a big dialogue here that we just talked about for reiterating the offer, but the qualification script, that's a place where I've had problems in the past, is getting people in here and they're just not qualified. Because
you mean like qualifying the appointment?
Well, should I be spending time with this person, because can they afford anything?
I mean, you mean like from a qualification in terms of financial?
Exactly.
All right, well, let's address that. Okay, so this will be good for everyone. So in the Platinum OSA workshop last week, we talked about this. Okay? We talked about this in great detail, and while we're on the phone right now, I was looking for a script that I wanted to share with everyone, and I just can't put my hands on it right now, so I'm not going to keep looking for it. But I've got a script here that will help everybody from the time they say yes to the appointment to hanging up the phone, that qualifying script. So anyway, but let's deal with this whole qualification stuff. All right. When a buyer shows up on your radar, okay, and we'll talk about buyers primarily right now. When a buyer shows up on your radar, it's likely that they're probably not going to be able to buy a home at that moment in time, okay? What's more likely is they can't because there's something in the way, okay? Number one, they don't know if they can buy. They haven't been pre-qualified. They don't have a loan approval. And of course they don't have loan approval because they don't have a home under contract yet. You can't get final loan approval until you have a home pending sale, appraisal, and all kinds of other things. So the whole pre-qualification thing is predicated on that. All you can do is use your spidey sense, okay, when going and meeting with buyers, and if there's any red flags, you can undo the appointment. But getting buyers pre-qualified to buy a house is the job of a buyer's agent. It's not the job of anyone else. So the last thing that Craig and I would recommend that agents do is run around town, or not even that, get on the telephone and call a bunch of buyers and help them get pre-qualified before ever having the buyer as a client, because that's part of the client-agent relationship, is helping people get pre-qualified. There's more to it than that. So what you want to do is assume that most of the buyers you're meeting or going to meet with are going to need some help getting into their next house. But that's okay, because then you're going to sift and sort them into that process. You got to connect them up with your mortgage guy. You're going to connect them up with a credit repair company, or you're going to get them in your car and go look at houses. Right? That's the whole process for meeting with somebody. It's just like if you go meet with a seller. And it's like, well, we got to do some stuff around the house here first, man. Yeah, you need to get this done and that done and this done. So you do a post-dated listing agreement, and then they go to work on doing their stuff. But see, they play differently when there's a deadline on getting their home listed, like a post-dated listing agreement. It's the same thing for the buyer. When you go meet with the buyer, you hasten the process of them getting pre-qualified, because you're going to help. You're going to take charge and help them do that. Versus doing it over the telephone, it just kind of lags and lags and lags and lags. In the meantime, they're still looking at homes. They find one, they buy it from another agent. So I would definitely undo an appointment, though, is during the course of my conversation on qualifying the appointment, a red flag is raised. For example, hey, have you talked to any lenders recently about, finding out, what the interest rate is going to be, or how much money you might need for a down payment? Have you spoken to anyone? And the buyer says, yeah, I talked to a dude the other day, and but he hasn't called me back. Okay, well, that's a red flag, man. So then I may probe a little bit more. Well, let me ask you then, are you paying cash or are you financing? No, we're definitely financing. How much money were you going to put down? How long have you been on your job? Do you know what your credit score is? So those are questions you can ask, and if it gets to be red flaggish, then you can undo the appointment and connect them up with a mortgage guy. But my rules of engagement for my real estate sales team are, dude, you go meet with the buyers. Getting buyers pre-qualified is a job as the buyer's agent. Unless they filed bankruptcy recently or got some just major problems, we want the buyer, because if we don't have them, somebody else is going to help them buy a house. And then the guys that need help, the buyers that need some help, getting through whatever issue they may have, we got systems in place for that. We have people that can help them. Okay, that's their job as a client, as a buyer agent client relationship. So anyway, that's how we do it. That's a recommendation that Craig and I. It served us well over the years, but there is a spidey sense to this whole thing. To use Marvel Comics. Spider-Man, got some extra sensory perception about people that might be a little bit squirrely or have some issues in there. And you I think you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a long answer to that question, and but that's how I would expect it to be done. So
okay, thank you.
Anyway, I don't know if it helps you, but I think it does.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Well, good. Hey, great job on the script. You got that down pretty well. Let me know how it goes with the buyers spinning that around and going and meeting with them versus having them come to your office.
Okay. Thank you.
Andrea, let's go to the next member.
Well, we've had some members actually remove their hands. I don't know if that was done on purpose or accident, but go ahead and click the hand now if you'd like to participate with us. We have Austin Goodale. Your telephone is unmuted. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Lynn Goodale.
Lynn.
Hi. Hi, Todd.
It was good seeing you last week.
Oh, it was great. Gosh, it was wonderful. That was our first time, and we came home and we're just like, wow, that was great. So we have to implement. So that's why I'm calling. I need to get better with the script.
Yeah, so what kind of leads you guys generating now?
We're getting bold leads and sync with Google Ad per clicks and for buyers. And so bold lead sellers and buyer leads through sync. And, we're good to follow up with them, but we just, it's just really hard to, when you get on the phone, to not just get thrown off by what they're saying, So we just need a lot of practice and,
Yeah, well, you know what? The last couple of guys here that we role played with, they did a pretty good job of not falling for my questions. Like I didn't know a real estate agent was going to be calling me, or like, what was your name again? Those kinds of things that people throw out at you. Both of the guys were really good with sticking with the script, right?
Yeah, they really were really good. And my problem is the offer. I fumble with the offers, and so I think that's where I just really need to, like you said, I just gotta just own that thing and know all the objections and how to get around it, just to get the appointment.
All right. Well, let's role play through it. So you tell me what kind of lead do you want me to be today?
I'll do a sync lead too, a sync buyer.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is Todd there?
This is he.
This is Lynn Goodale with JK Realty, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request to search for homes using my company search website, searchhomesingilbertarizona.com, and I just wanted to let you know that you have full access to search away. Is that okay?
It must have been something my wife was doing. What's it called?
Search homes in Gilbert, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, and Todd, were you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, we've got our house for sale here. We're thinking we're going to get this thing sold and buy something.
Oh, okay.
What was your name again?
So, my name is Lynn Goodale.
Okay, Lynn.
Yeah. So so you're on the market and you're selling your home right now, and are you going to be staying in the area? You're going to be moving out of the area.
No, we're staying in the area.
Okay. And obviously, you have a realtor that's helping you at this time?
No.
Or you're selling it by owner?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And so you've got your home on the market, so have you been out looking for homes at this point, Todd?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're looking like every day trying to find something.
Okay. Well, Todd, would you like me to email you daily updates of homes that match your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies? Our list also includes bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, other distress sales that are either not available or difficult to find online. It's a free service, of course, and you're never obligated to buy a home. Would that interest you?
So you can send me houses from other real estate companies?
Yep, I sure can. And my list includes, properties from the real estate companies, some that haven't even hit the market yet. And again, it's a free service, and you're never obligated to buy. Would that be of interest to you, Todd?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. Well, when can we get together for 20 minutes so I can take down exactly what you're looking for? Would days or evenings work better for you?
Why do we have to get together?
Well, Todd, I want to do a good job for you. And in order to do that, if we can just get together and, sit down for about 20 minutes, I have a form that I fill out, and I'm going to take down exactly what you're looking for. And, it'll just point you in the right direction, and I'll be able to create a search for you that will bring those properties right in your inbox daily of homes that would match your home buying criteria from our unique home hunter service. Does that sound helpful?
Yeah, sure. I get it.
Okay. All right. So would evenings work better for you, Todd?
Well, let's see. I work during the days, so evenings are fine.
Okay. Would this evening or tomorrow evening be better?
Tomorrow evening.
Okay. And what time works best for you?
7 o'clock's okay.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, and then Todd, I will go ahead. Would you like to meet at my office, or would you like us to come to your home?
You can come to my place.
Okay, sounds good. And then I'll get your address and
Yep, I'll give it to you.
Okay, and Todd, what I'll go ahead and I'll over an email confirm time. And again, when we get together, I'm going to take down exactly what you're looking for. I've got a form that I'll fill out, and we'll exact home buying criteria. And I'll look forward to meeting you then.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Thank you. All right, so anyway, I threw a bunch of stuff at you there. I thought you did okay.
I'm sweating.
I thought you did fine. I mean, here's how you know you're doing fine or not. If you're still talking. Right?
Well, that's
Right. Think about it. I mean, if you're still having a conversation, you're doing okay. So, and look, you could have gotten to the offer a little bit quicker a couple of times, and that's why I tell everyone on these webinars, like, we can mess up a lot of things, but we can't mess up the offers. So when all else fails, just make the offer. Let's get to the offer. And I think you did all right. I threw up on the screen here. It's not in big giant type because I wanted to fit as many pages on the screen as I could. But I threw up really what happens when they say yes to the appointment, and you're still on the phone with them. Well, we've got to book the appointment, and we've got this buyer qualifying form, and then we have this email that we send over. Okay, so and as a matter of fact, let's blow this up here, Lynn, and we'll. If everyone will look right here, let me get that on the one page. There we go. It says right here, after completing the qualifying form, close using this script. So once you complete this qualifying form, and again, this is while we're on the phone, if you look right here, they say yes to the offer, okay, and you've set the appointment. Then you move right into your qualifying questions. And again, the qualifying is to qualify the appointment. And then before you hang up the phone, we use these words. Okay? So I'll leave that up there for a minute. So this is on the coaching site for everyone. I'll give you the ID number. It's ID 996. ID 996. So you can write that down, and I appreciate you letting me use your time to show everybody that.
Thank you so much, Todd, for all your help.
No, I think that's pretty good. So, like you said, it's just not being thrown off, and be determined about it. Like on this call here with me, you're on it. There's a couple of hundred other people on the webinar listening. So you were focused, like you were trying really hard not to let it get away. That's the way you want to treat every lead. You want every lead to matter, like there's a big audience watching you. So here's how I did it. This is a great tip. Everybody should pay attention to this. I had all of my calls recorded. So all of my phone calls when talking to leads were being recorded so other people on my team could hear them. So I knew I had an audience on every call. So I had to stick to it. I couldn't screw it up. Because if I did, other people would hear it, and they'll say, "See, Todd, he's not following the script, and he's doing this." So that's what held me accountable to making everyone count. Craig did the same. So you might want to consider something like that. That might help.
Yeah, and our coach, Laura Pearson, we had a coaching call with her on Friday, and she said to start doing that. And Austin and we did start yesterday, and we've recorded them and listened back to them, and it's quite eye-opening.
Yeah.
So it's,
everybody plays differently when you keep score. So I would recommend that everyone's calls are being recorded. So whatever you got to do to pull that off, make it happen. I would make it so. But anyway, great job, Lynn. Good seeing you last week. You guys go sell some houses.
Thank you so much, Todd. We'll bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, so let's go back to the screen here, and you guys can see I gave you the ID number on this form. I really recommend that you guys pull it. Again, it was ID 996. Okay, this will help you when you're where's that here? Here it is. This will help you when you're on the phone with prospects. They say yes to the appointment. Now what? Okay. Well, the script continues, okay? Qualifying the appointment right before you hang up to ensure there's less cancellations and more show-ups or made appointments. Okay, the email that you send with confirmation and link to the ultimate converter. Okay, so those are the steps in the process. Hey, also do this. Listen, make sure you schedule a call for after the appointment. So here's how this works. As a matter of fact, I don't know how quick I am on the fly here, but you see if I can do this here really fast without messing this up too much for you. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to try to pull up a PowerPoint file that's pretty big, but I want to show you. I should just take you to CP Millionaire Agent, but I'm not logged in to do that with, so hang on 1 second. I don't have it here. I don't have it in this file, so I'm not going to go through that anymore. But write this down. When you launch your activity plan, included in the activity plan on our Millionaire Agent platform, in the buyer appointment plan, there's an activity that says schedule autopsy call for after the appointment. So here's how this works. If you're an inside sales agent and you're booking the appointment for one of your agents, one of your OSAs, okay, that's great. You also schedule a call for after the appointment. Okay, so you call up the buyer's agent. Hey, buyer's agent, did you get the buyer agreement signed? And the outside sales agent says, no, you know, I didn't get it signed, but I left the paperwork with them, and they said they're going to fill it out and send it back, or whatever. Anything other than I didn't, you know, then yes. Okay, they didn't get the agreement signed. So you call them back. You call the lead back. Hey, lead, this is Todd Walters with Todd Walters Real Estate. I just wanted to call and say thank you for allowing us the opportunity to talk to you about buying your next house. And I'm just following up, not only to say thanks, but to also find out what we need to do to get your business. And you just shut up and listen. So that autopsy call will help you guys in getting more of these agreements signed that you walk out from the appointments and don't get signed. And it works on the buyer and the seller side. And that appointment plan is in Millionaire Agent. I should have had that up, but I didn't pull up the CRM website, prior to the call, and it'll take too much downtime here to pull that up and show it to you now. So anyway, but that's enough about that. So anyway, that's a great call. It's a great webinar. It's a lot of tips. And I appreciate you guys staying on there, and those of you who role played. If you need additional role play, you just have to let me know. Just zip me an email, platinum@toddwalters.com, and say, hey, we need more role play, and we'll do it. We'll make it happen, man. Okay. So, but look, I want to thank all you guys for getting on the webinar, and it was great seeing most of you last week at the Platinum. What was it? The OSA workshop. That was killer. We had a great time. And it was a great 3 days. Appreciate you guys staying over for the bonus day for training on the new platform, CP Millionaire Agent, powered by Commissions Inc. Okay, don't forget the upcoming events. You need to be there, especially in April at the Platinum Money Making Summit. Okay, so with that, that's going to wrap up our time together today. Great training session. Let's go sell some houses, and we'll talk to you guys really soon. Andrea, thanks for all your help. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a wonderful afternoon.